And here we see the plane that left from Delaware, arriving at Joint Base Andrews. On the plane, of course, the incoming president, the 46th president of the United States, will be sworn in tomorrow at noon. He flew privately. He did not fly, as is standard, on a military plane, on a plane provided by the outgoing administration, which people on the campaign say, Abby, is yet another example of the outgoing administration not rolling out the welcome mat.
Very much so. And in so many ways, this moment feels like Joe Biden is landing in Washington, which is, by the way, a little bit of a fortress right now because of all the security around this nation's capital. But he's landing almost with a parallel administration, preparing to stand up a parallel administration while the current administration is still in power, and almost barely recognizing the incoming administration, which is so unlike what we are used to in this country. Usually there are so many lengths that are gone to make sure that there is the appearance of a handoff. But now you see Joe Biden arriving in a pretty nondescript airplane, not a government airplane, and arriving to a Capitol that has been fortified in part because of the threats that he potentially faces after what we saw happen at the nation's capital about 2 weeks ago. And you can see there an actual government plane right on the tarmac at Joint Base Andrews, making that contrast even more stark.
Perhaps one of the planes that is considered Air Force One. It's not Air Force One, of course, until the president is on it, but that looked like one of the planes that the president normally uses. Let's bring in senior Washington.
This plane technically is not Air Force One, and this plane is not Air Force Two. The terms Air Force One and Air Force Two are call signs used to distinguish any aircraft that's carrying America's top brass. So if Joe Biden wanted to fly Spirit for some reason, the sardine can that he'd be on would technically become Air Force One. Similarly, if Kamala Harris wanted to feel the love and fly Southwest, that utilitarian all-economy 737 would now be Air Force Two.
Sincerely hope that this is the last time Donald gets the kind of coverage he just got today. I'm happy to see the back of him. His administration has been one of the greatest tragedies this country has ever suffered through. And I hope we do everything in our power to protect against anything like this from ever happening again.
And we see the President and the First Lady go through the doors as they get on board Air Force One for the last time, that journey down to Florida. Here's a really simple question for you, Mary. Do you think either of them enjoyed the experience?
No, and that's one of the fascinating things is Donald never, not only did he never do the job, he never seemed to want to do the job.
The future Air Force One aircraft are Boeing 747-8s. Their Air Force designation is VC-25B. They will replace the currently serving VC-28As. The new jets are larger and more efficient, though they will carry the same number of passengers, 71, according to the War Zone. Due to cost-saving efforts by Trump and the Air Force, the replacement program will only cost $5.3 billion. The planes will lack some features of their predecessors, including the ability to aerial refuel in air. And though Trump kept a model of the new jets in the Oval Office, Joe Biden will be the first president to use them when they enter service in 2024. Trump says he shaved $1.5 billion off the project by negotiating personally with Boeing president and CEO Dennis Muilenburg, though this figure has been disputed by Defense News, the War Zone, and other sources.
On the plane, we are certainly aware of the White House military units proposal that has been submitted to them about reconsidering the color scheme of Air Force One. I can confirm for you here, the president has not spent a moment thinking about the color scheme of Air Force One or anything in the House or any article of anything. And no one is going to submit a decision memo to him on that particular topic. But certainly we're aware of the proposal, and as there are any updates.